Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Peach Podcast with Seductive Peach. And I have a very special guest today. I'm very excited to introduce to everybody. Special music artist, very super talented artist with the Peach Empire Agency. A lot of people know him as Pyro, Jésen. He has many names with many talents. And today we'll be talking about his showcases, his battle rap event coming up. Very excited to have him on the show. Please welcome Pyro. Hey, Pyro. How are you today?
I'm good. How about yourself?
I'm good. Having a little delay here and there, so I'm like looking at my phone here and there to make sure we're good. Now you see. You popped up now on my laptop, but on my phone you popped up 5 seconds ago. So I'm just having a little technical difficulties. But we're gonna work with it. So, but tell me, actually tell the crowd, because people that don't know you, let them know. Introduce yourself.
All right, if y'all don't know me, I'm Jésen Pyro on all platforms. Y'all might know me in battle rap as the Nightmare J Pyro. On all platforms, official J Pyro, been around since like 2009 for the OG heads. I was with the East Texas Hard Hitters in 2003. Straight out of East Texas, Tyler by way of Chapel Hill, class of 04, all that good stuff. So yeah, that's just a little short of who I am, and nice to meet everybody. So yeah.
Tell everyone your platforms.
I just said it. Official J Pyro on everything. If you got Spotify,
you said on everything. Okay.
I'm on everything. Like, yeah, or and then also too. If anybody wants to links or anything, we can put them down at the end and all that stuff too. But official J Pyro everything, JESEN Pyro, Spotify, iTunes, and all of that. Plus, you can follow the YouTube channel. It's the same @name official J Pyro. All your exclusives, all that stuff on there too. So, shout out everybody. Yeah.
And why don't you tell us, first off, I gotta say, Pyro battle raps. He does R&B singing. He raps. He's definitely talented. So why don't you start by telling us about this battle rap event coming up with your opponent, Revenue. Yeah, I was having a brain fart. We've been talking about this forever. But yes, let's talk about that. Give everyone the dates and the location.
We're gonna be back in Harlem at the Grill on the Hill. The flyers on my profiles, whatever. I'm going up against Revenue Bangers. If y'all know, he produced for Texas Rain, artist that's known in the industry and all that stuff. Shout out to Bar You to Death and OG Money Bass. This battle we supposed to go down like 5 times or whatever. So this is one of those where it's a lot of history behind it. August 27th in Harlem. Pay-per-view link is on my Instagram in the bio. If y'all want to catch that and everything. But yeah, we're gonna be live at Grill in the Hill in Harlem. All the info is on my community tab on my YouTube. But yeah, it's gonna be dope, man. It's one of those battles where it's built up to where it's finally finna happen for once. Like one round, it's not gonna be 3 like we wanted it to. I think everything is one round except for like 1 or 2 battles. But other than that, yeah, it's been a long time coming. I don't want to talk too crazy about my opponent because he is my bro. But at the same time, when we get in that ring, it's all of that is out the window. So I can't wait.
Exactly.
Can't wait.
You're right. Exactly. I was telling Pyro the other day, like, as much as I love battle rap, I don't think I could ever do battle rap though. Like, people yelling, like, it takes a lot for someone to just stand there and eat all that, and then on top of it, they're screaming in your face, spitting in your face. Like, no, back up. Like, I might have to swing on someone. So I commend anyone that does battle rap and is able to hold their composure. not saying I don't think I could, because I'm a very patient person, but it'd be too much for me. So I commend anyone that can even do it. So in bars, Pyro has bars. So like, even if you guys are listening to his music or any of his battle raps, listen for the gems. Like, he always has bars in everything he does. Tell everyone, like, wow, how long have we actually known each other now? It's been a minute now.
I don't lost count. Like, I want to say, what, a year, 2 years, probably.
I was going to say 2 years, but I was like, did it go by that quick?
Yeah, 2 years. It flew by, too. Yeah, 2
it
years.
Really did.
Yeah, it flew by.
It has been 2 years.
That's how long I've been battling. Yeah, it flew by. That's how long I've been battling. Music-wise, like, and for those of y'all that don't know about my music, I'm alternative, man. I got rock and roll. I got pop. I got all kind of stuff. The white print is out now too. Yeah, it's been like yeah, it's been a minute. Like, time flew. Time really flew.
It definitely flies by, that's for sure, when you keep him busy.
Mm-hmm.
Man. So tell everyone too a little bit about your history that might not know, that's gonna tune in. Like, what are, you know, some of your inspirations in music, some of your inspirations just along your journey in general?
Oh man. Started out singing when I was 6. Family full of musicians, full of, like, as we call them in the church world, the minstrels, like, you know, the anointed musicians and whatnot. Yeah, like, done like let's see, what, a few years ago I tried out for the American Got Talent. I've done American Idol tryouts when I was 17, met Aaliyah when I was 16. One of my peers was the choreographer for Beyonce and all that. So was in a group in '03 called the East Texas Hard Hitters. Producer named Paul McNeil, he was overseeing us and whatnot. So a lot of history. Battled on Beagle in front of Remy Ma. Shout out to Bunny. Shout out to Dragon ENT. My verse was there also. Came out of Danny Myers' camp on Undiscovered Gems 2 years ago. Started out with Danny Myers. Shout out to him. Battled the legend Quantum Physics on Married to the Bar. Shout out to Kel. So it's a lot of history. A lot of history. Got the battle in front of Enes on Spaces last year. So shout out to Only the Real and everybody over there at Poe. Only the Real Battle League. So music wise, it's just like it's so much. So, but yeah, I came up in the independent scene. I was the late bloomer when Swisher House and DJ Screw and everybody was coming out then. Like, the thing with Texas, like, it's different regions. Like, Dallas had their region and their sound. Houston had their sound. But when it came to us, we wanted our own sound. We didn't want to sound like everybody else. Plus, me being me and growing up how I grew up, like, I wanted to do everything. I just didn't want to rap. I just didn't want to sing. I didn't want to be put in this box. So I was a late bloomer, especially branching off and going solo and learning. Like, I've been on social media since like 2009. But I'm like a hidden gem, so I'm just now seeing the fruits of the labor God is doing. Mm-hmm. So, and all of that. Plus, very heavy heavy in the ministry. Graduate of House of Disciples, was one of the first to do the internship, Isaiah 58 Institute, and also very special shout out to Powerhouse Ministries down there. Played a part in my growth and my success and everything. Mm-hmm. And Tim Wiseman. Phenomenal people, man. Phenomenal musicians and everybody that I got to meet along the way. And it grew me into who I am, being humble and then still being able to adapt. Also, I'll be sure. He let me cover one of his songs. Phenomenal legend. That was a moment in time right there. Just soaking all the knowledge up from what they gave to me and stuff like that. So, yeah, it's been an incredible journey even till now. So that's a little bit of the history. Yeah.
What would you say was your favorite battle so far that you've had?
My favorite battle so far? Oh man, it's actually quite a few, but I say the best run it's got to be Quantum. It has to be Quantum to face the pen himself was remarkable. Like it was remarkable, and I also all of them really. I don't really have a favorite. All of them because every one of them had a special story to it. You
True.
know, from the beginning, from my first battle with Dice all the way, like even Kinesis, like to write it for a female who I know, and then plus the background history she has, and the music background she got, and the people she know, and then to write differently than what a man would write to a female. Like if I can break down stuff without having to slut shame, without having to do all this craziness, like because I've battled people in the other community. Without having to do jokes and all of that, that's the way I want to write. If I can do that without having to be derogatory in the sense of for shock value, then that proves that you're a good writer. So, and it just, you know, I can't really say what my favorite battle is. I believe this next one is gonna be my favorite. Because it's built up with, like, I would say QP, because QP, he really, to write for a legend like that, it really, really puts you at a place where it's like, okay, you tap into like a God mode. So, and for him to even come down to give the time and day to even battle, you know, to show love, you know, that says a lot too, you know. So,
Definitely. Salute to him for sure. Salute to everybody that supports and everything. Make sure everyone shares, likes the live. We appreciate everyone. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button, please. And don't forget, you guys can share even after it's over. So you said August 27th is the actual battle between you and Revenue, correct?
Right.
Now, isn't there something on the 26th, a showcase? You're in the showcase as well, right?
I'm not sure. I got to get confirmation. The last time I checked, I don't know if it's still going down. So I'd have to get confirmation on that. But I do got another battle after that in September on the 27th. Backstory Battle League. Shout out to Moolah Be the Gang, D Money, and them. I'm battling Nate Will over there. This one's virtual. It'll be right here on YouTube. Backstory Battle League, my debut. And it's also one of Reb's. Shout out to Sigu, Step Your Ink Pen Game Up Battle League. It's one of his brethren. So, you know, I gotta calm myself because I gotta remember I'm in an interview and like that fire in me just rises up. And I want to get into that mode. So, but yeah, I gotta see him in September. But right now, my focus is Revenue. So we got 2 battles coming up. August 27th with Revenue. If anything changes on the 26th, I'll post it and I'll let you know. But for right now, I don't know what's going on.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I wasn't aware of that. So, you know, I thought everything was still good with that. So, but don't forget, guys, August 27th, you can get if you can't get to Harlem, you can get the pay-per-view. The pay-per-view link is in Pyro's bio on his Instagram. I'm talking too quick. Or you can send me that link and I'll put it in my bio or something too, wherever I can fit it, and you know, so everyone can tap on that and get them pay-per-view tickets. Definitely gonna be a dope show. Like, I so wish that I could be there, and I normally would be. I was at the one last year, but I'll be moving at the same time. But Pyro knows, you know, I'm with him in spirit, and we'll be watching, getting that pay-per-view. So make sure y'all get that pay-per-view too. Also, definitely shout out to my bro Money Baz. I gotta say, he's always been, give him his flowers, always been, you know, very respectful, very professional, you know, just all together a genuine person, a good person. Shout out to Married to the Bars, Till and Cal, you know, on Caffeine. Shout out to everybody that supports us. Shout out to New York Noise, Trill Will, Peach Empire, you know, JOP, man, the list goes on and on and on. But also tell us, okay, you've been singing, you said, since you were 6. How like, what made you really like start wanting to sing when you were? Was it just something you did like as a kid? Like when did you say you really got serious about it?
Actually, it was one of those where, hey man, you're gonna sing, all right. But it's just like watching TV and imitate. There was a group called The Boys. I'm telling my age now. The Boys, it was they would imitate and parody like the adult songs and whatnot. But you know, just watching them, and then I almost had a chance to be a part of it. Like, but just you know, one of their favorite songs I had sang of theirs was song "Ooh La La." You know, and I remember singing at a pool party. And then at 14, you know, I didn't really want to sing and get into music like that. I didn't really care. I was, you know, I was just doing it for fun. You know, I'm just making a little demo for fun. And then people was like, hey, man, you need to do that and pursue or whatever. And with my pops or whatever, like he Joe Jackson, you know, he Joe Jackson. Like, you're going to do that. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't to the point of like crazy, but they knew who they seen the talent, especially like with the people in the background of what they do. But for me, you know, I'm radical. I want to do what I want to do. I'm gonna do what I want to do, and I want to do it in a time where you know. And it's just something that happened. I really didn't have no interest in doing it, but once people started really telling me how it was, you know, like some people felt like, man, it helped them in their life and stuff like that. I started taking it serious, like especially when I went solo in 2009, and really just took it very serious. And shout out to my mom too, like, because she really would push me too. You know, when I started living with her, like just down to record on her, you know, recording at her house, and then her influence on me, because she used to sing too. You know, my dad, he wasn't really, you know, like my dad wasn't really a singer, but he had an ear for music. Like, and to my cousin, RP to T-Bone and everybody, like he would DJ and he would mix. So it was there. So it was something that even now, like, even my cousin that just passed, he, you know, worked in radio. So it was just something that was there. I wasn't really like trying to be, you know, look at me. Woo. It's just something that was like, okay, here's the path now. You got it. So this is what we're doing. So, you know, it was just, you know, to God be all, you know, all the glory, you know. So just something that happened. I really didn't want to do it.
You were naturally, like he naturally just gave you the path to take, you know. And I think that's awesome because like some people might not have, you know, taken that path, you know, and I think it's awesome you did, you know. You, I'm sure, came a long way from the very beginning, and like you've been doing music forever now. And I have to say one of my personal favorites is one of Pyro's songs that's my personal favorite is Flow. It has the parody from Doja Cat's help me out.
Streets.
What is it?
Streets.
The Silhouette Challenge. From the Silhouette Challenge. So definitely you guys got to check out Pyro's music. He has a lot of dope music. That's just one track that I really like, but it's kind of like just a whole vibe by itself, and I like the introduction of it. It was very clever, I thought. You know, like I said, the list goes on and on. You guys got to just go stream his music. Like, he has so much music and even more to come in the vault. So just stay tuned. Make sure you guys are following all platforms. Anything else you want to, you know, say or have people know about you, and like, you know, let your supporters know, like something you think that might be important. Like, what do you want artists to know on their journey? Like, what would you be your takeaway for them? Like your advice for them? Like any artist that's trying to come up in the industry.
Number one, know yourself. Know yourself.
Amen.
Invest time in yourself, and if you're faithful, first and foremost, put it before God. Like, I always live by the scriptures, Proverbs 16:3. Commit your plans to the Lord, and they will succeed. Like that, knowing who you are, not settling. Also, you know, when you even on the independent scene, learn what your end goal is learn, set goals for yourself. Make sure you're taking care of your health. Make sure you got a good character with everybody because they go a long way. I tell people that all the time. I don't care if you was flipping burgers for a living or working at a car wash. They look at that kind of stuff. Is this person really the person we looking for that's gonna represent us? And then also knowing the right people, like the right people to manage you when it comes, because you can't do it by yourself. It gets to the point where you need help, and also being able to learn, listen, not so quick to jump. You know, everything ain't always good. Like you gotta watch stuff that's going on. That's what saved me. Also, you know, making sure you pick the right kind of deal. And then like own your shit, man. Like real talk, like own your stuff. And then when you get to the point where you're able to take care of not just you, then reach back and help someone that's deserving. Don't take everybody with you that don't deserve it, because a lot of people ain't gonna go on your journey with you because they're not meant to. Like, gotta lead that path. So that's what I'm waiting on this other project to come out, because that's what it basically talks about. You know, it gets to the point where you tell your story, like, you know, stick to what you do, what brought you to the dance, but also be able to, like what Al B. Sure says, update your software, be able to adapt with the times and stuff. Don't be just stuck in one situation, because yeah, you may think, oh, I got this hot song, but yeah, it really don't go nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Right. So you got to invest. Like, it's not gonna happen overnight. You may not even get paid your first few gigs, but keep at it. You know what I'm saying? You don't know how much it's gonna help somebody, not only mentally and physically, but spiritually too. So, you know what I'm saying? Don't worry about the age. Don't worry about nothing. You know, put on, you know, and enjoy it. It's just like, I look at it as cooking, you know, so I enjoy my cooking. If I want somebody else to eat it, if I don't eat it, then I can't cook. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I look at it. And yeah, that would be the advice I would give people, man. And then there are times when you do gotta like put your foot down about stuff, set boundaries for yourself too. But just don't be out here going crazy. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be another statistic. You don't want to be one of those people that could have, would have, should have been. You know what I'm saying? So that's my advice I would give to anybody, especially that's stepping into this being new or even older. You know, so yeah.
Why don't you tell us what Wu Nation is and how that came about?
Wu-Tang Nation, shout out, God bless my grandparents. Long live
Wu-Tang Nation, my apologies.
It's good. Long live Hawk, and long live Jesse May. My grandparents, they were my Uncle Ben and my Aunt May. My nickname was Spider-Man growing up. Everybody had a nickname. And just the story behind that, I wanted to represent my grandfather. You know, he's the one that took me to all these gigs and believed in me. So he was my father figure. So he's my guardian. So he was the one that pushed me. So that was just, you know, like you had Sin Nation with John Cena, Sin Nation at that time. It was a bunch of nations at the end of names. And I'm like, you know what? Why not Wu Nation? And that's what happened and stuff like that. So Wu Nation was born. Started in 2009. That's when I was really learning the internet. Like, I didn't know nothing about social media or nothing. My mindset then was, okay, I gotta have all this stuff and be everywhere so people know who I am. But Lord, did I have a rude awakening when it was like it takes more than just, you know. But over time, watching where it's gone and how much all of them have grown organically, really, you know, it's been a blessing. So that's just, you know, that's the nation. Then Barcode, I got that came to me when I was in prison. Barcode, believe, achieve, receive. You gotta believe in what you speak in existence and achieve it. You know, faith without works is dead, and then receive the blessings from your hard labor, the fruits of your labor. Receive that. So that's, you know, shout out to my OG also, my big bro who instilled that in me. You know, so that's, you know, that's it. And then it's more than just music too. We do animation, we do like motivational stuff too. I want to get it to the point where you get to see the other things other than that. And then also the goal is hopefully somebody can be healed or can learn something from what we doing. We just not making music just to make it. You know, you can watch it and
Right.
it's like, oh, I can take that gym. And it's all God foundation, you know, behind it. You know, it's all foundation. So, well, yeah, like that's where that came from. And actually, speaking of the music, for those that don't know, spoiler alert, in the fall, because I want to keep the two separate. I do got like some stuff dropping in the fall, but it'll be under my government name is Jésen. It's just spelled different. It's gonna be under that umbrella, like R&B music, like it used to be. But foundation, the stuff, the substance is gonna be that. Because I get a lot of requests about, man, this is, dang, can you make some stuff that reminds us of the old, this and that? You know, it's gonna be updated, but it's gonna, you know, I like when people music that make you feel good, it's healing and stuff like that. So that's just where God got me. So it'll be under that umbrella, and then Nightmare will be Nightmare. You know, unless somebody wants to collab, then I'm still gonna do. You know, I'm still gonna do different collabs and all of that stuff too.
Pyro, by the way, for those who don't know, excuse me, Nightmare Pyro is his battle rap name.
Yeah.
His music artist name, we're now going by.
It's still Jésen. Oh,
still
sorry.
Jésen. Okay. No, I just wanted to make sure because I know a couple times we switched up a little, so I didn't want to say the wrong one.
Nah, like what it is. Let me clear this. Let me clear the air, cause Jésen Pyro. Pyro has been my nickname. I got that in the church at House of Disciples. That's been it since 2009. When I started Woo Nation, Pyro's been a nickname part of me since 2009. My government is Jésen. J Pyro, but just short of Jésen Pyro. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's been an old nickname. But as far as like Jésen goes, that's just what it is. It's just my government. It's all the same things. Just I'm separating the two. Like Jésen is adult. I'm older now. I'm close to my 40s. I don't know why people call me 40 in my battles when I'm nowhere near 40 yet. I don't know. But that's gonna be that, and then it's still J Pyro because it's still the same person. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't want people to be like thinking, man, he's da. No, it's still the same person. It's just,
and like Pyro was saying, like I was saying, he's very talented. He even does flyers. So anyone that needs a really dope flyer, any dope flyer you've seen of mine, I had probably had Pyro do it for me. So most of them, the majority. So definitely make sure y'all tap in and plug in if you even need flyers. Always very neat, professional, and also very dope looking to catch anyone's eye. So you want him on your team as a graphic designer too. I put him also on my team as my graphic designer for the Peach Empire. So definitely, if you guys need any flyers, you can hit me up too if you can't reach him, and we'll get it cracking or going or popping, however you want to say it. So I was told, I corrected myself because I was told the other day, if I say cracking, that means I'm crep or something, whatever. Like, I don't even follow all that crap. I ain't into all that gang stuff. But anyway, I want to definitely say shout out to everyone that supports and everything. We appreciate y'all. Is there any other shout outs or anything you want to give? Remind everyone too of your platforms.
First, shout out to you, Peach Empire. Shout out to BGF, Boss is Good Forever. Shout out to Funhouse, Jewels of Power. Shout out to Beyond Brandon, Talking Fast. Shout out to everybody, Married to the Bars, Rap Alliance Management, Backstory. Like everybody that played a part in the journey, that's a part of the family, stuff like that. Also, all platforms, the at name official J Pyro 84, the 84 on all IG, Facebook. My Facebook official J Pyro 1 is the Facebook, but official J Pyro 84 is to my personal Facebook. So, or just type in JESEN Pyro. Like I promise you, I'm gonna pop up everywhere. You type in my government.
Sometimes when I go to tag you in a post, actually, this could help. You find him, just put start putting Pyro, P-Y, like instead of putting, I'll go to put your name starting with the J, and it'll pop up quicker if I put Pyro than if I actually try to spell out your first name. So if you can find him, just tag Pyro and you'll find him. Somehow, I don't know how you did that, but literally instead of your actual name, I meant to tell you that it was popping up quicker for me when I went to tag you by trying to type in Pyro, because sometimes I'll be messing up the spelling of the name if there's the I after the E, or just forget the I in the Jésen, because you spelled it differently before too, right? Jésen?
My government name is spelled Jaisen. My artist name, and I got this idea from Dave Bautista, the wrestler, because his Bautista is spelled different from his wrestling name. So the government, my actual government, is spelled different. The artist name is Jesen, but it's the E that sounds like A. It's written like in the, I forget the name, like.
That's why I became mixed up. See, y'all.
But you can still spell it Jesen. Like, I promise, like, if you Google my government or you Google I'm gonna be the only one that pop up. Like, you're gonna see everything about me. Like,
even if they put in Pyro, you're gonna be the only one that pops up. So
I'm gonna pop up. Like, it's crazy.
Right. So he has a whole Wikipedia from I don't even know how long ago. I can't even say what other artist has a Wikipedia still, like, or even period or ever has. Like, Pyro's a very invested artist, very invested in his craft, very intelligent person, very real person. Y'all need to tap in, period. Don't forget them pay-per-view tickets, August 27th. Unless you can be there, you're going to be in Harlem, New York at Grill on the Hill for Harlem Nights. Again, shout out to Bar You to Death and shout out to Money Bass. And I think that's a wrap. Was there anything else you want to tell everyone about your history in music so far? I mean, you've definitely had a long career. Like, I mean, we did go over a lot already, but I mean, I feel like there's so much more we might even have to do a whole second show just to go over more, because there's like, you have such a history and so many stories to really tell, Yeah. Definitely. Anyone that's hating on Pyro is just a hater. So y'all keep talking. Because let me tell y'all, if they weren't talking about us, we wouldn't be doing something right. Period. So we love our haters. We love everybody. And I just want to say I really do appreciate everyone that supports. Even after the show's over, I have a lot of people that react and share, and we do appreciate it, y'all. You can follow the podcast page, the Peach Podcast with Seductive Peach on Facebook, or you can follow my Facebook page, Seductive Peach. Both of those it goes live on when I do the podcast, or you can go to my YouTube and follow me at Seductive Peach. Hit that subscribe. We definitely appreciate everybody for tuning in. August 27th. Don't forget, August 27th. Get those pay-per-view tickets. Hit me up if you can't find the link, but you can go to Pyro's Instagram and find the link there. And I'm going to see if I can fit it. If you send it to me, I'm going to see if I can fit it in my Facebook bio and my Instagram bio until the date of the event. And yeah, so we love your faces. And I am just so happy and want to say thank God that we had good Wi-Fi and everything tonight, because my StreamYard's been acting crazy. Like, that was my biggest thing. My StreamYard's been so weird lately. So I'm just happy that everything went great as far as technical wise, except for at the very beginning. So I do apologize at the very beginning for the delay. I do want to give an announcement that Monday we will have the Peach Podcast again with Monday Mental Health Awareness. That's every Monday at 3 p.m. Eastern. And I also invite artists to come up, chop it up if they want, give their experiences. And on Mondays during that show, I actually give artists free exposure, you can say. You know, there's no charging for an interview or nothing like that, because I'm not doing no interview. We all pretty much chop it up, have a bunch of artists up there. We talk about how to cope with depression, anxiety, how to understand a loved one with mental health and different things of that nature. It's definitely a great show. Also, every Thursday is 8 p.m. Eastern, artist spotlight, artist interview. So we do have our artist interviews and artist spotlight Thursdays, 8 p.m. And then Mondays, our mental health awareness show. Also, don't forget to tune in Wednesdays at 3:30 p.m. Eastern for the Trillion show that I co-host on. And that's, I can't even say yet all the exciting stuff behind that yet, but just stay tuned. Definitely a lot of dope stuff coming up too with that. Shout out to the Peach Empire and all the Peach Empire artists. Shout out to Rotten Apple Media and New York Noise. Shout out to my project manager, Trell Will. Shout out to you, Pyro, for being here. I appreciate you coming on. Shout out to everybody. I'm not even going to say no more names because, you know, you go down the list, people say you forgot me, all that stuff. So just everybody. I love all your faces. And until next time, stay tuned for the next flyer as well. Probably that Pyro will be doing. Don't forget Pyro does flyers too. So make sure y'all tap in. $30 a flyer, period. And you're going to have the dopest flyer you ever had. He's definitely giving y'all a deal for how beautiful they come out. So tap in, period. And until next time, y'all, love your faces. Again, thank you, Pyro, for coming on. I really do appreciate you. Salute to you. I want to actually, before we do wrap it up and I play the outro, I want to just say real quick, thank you, and I appreciate you. You're one of the very first artists I've had on my roster with the agency that ever even believed in me as a manager. And I want to say truly from my heart, I appreciate that. Thank you.
God, blessings. Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure always.
Most definitely. Thank you, love. Thank you for even saying you're proud of me. That's an honor. It means a lot. Thank you.